Hello, it's the Bat Mini Painter, and today we're painting up some horses. So, Skeleton Horsemen. Yeah, it's a part of the box set. I think the box set included 16 of these guys. So you are going to be painting a lot of them. But luckily they're fairly simple to paint. Of course you can spend a lot of time on them and get beautiful results, but my philosophy is kind of it's not worth it. So just get it done. Now you can do this with a normal brush, but I decided to do the airbrush because I had so many models that I had to go through. I decided to go do the entire box set in one go. So pellet bone from the army painter as my base color for the skeleton bone. You can use skeleton horde from Citadel as well. It's the exact same color. There's literally no difference. But it goes really well through an airbrush. So I decided to do that. Next I went with the bone white from Vallejo, and that's a top-down spray I give it to add some lighting effects and light up the bones. You can use Screaming Skull and dry brush it on. And the effect would, I actually think the effect would be better because it will look a little bit more natural due to it would come on a little more dusty. So that might actually look better. Finally, with the airbrush, white scar, and that's a light spraying from top to down, and that's just generally finishing up the little horseman here. And again, you could do that with a dry brush as well, just a really light layer. And now with that being done, I decided to do snake leather for the inside of the shields. It's snake bite leather, by the way. And it's a nice, like it looks like wood. So I achieved what I wanted to. For the shaft of the spears, the stick, Demon Red from Two Thin Coats. It's highly pigmented, it's bright, it flows nicely. It's a really nice paint to use. So I highly recommend that. And for the tips of the spear, I go lead belcher because you can never really go wrong with lead belcher. And I've thinned it down quite a bit. I'm trying to thin down all my paints. I'm still using broken ass brushes where they're suitable, because stuff like that you don't need precision as such. Like you can use an old brush. It's fine. There's a pretty clear line between what you want to paint and what you don't want to paint, so you can do that. Temple Guard blue for the shields. I try to hit the color on the box art as much as possible, or come as close to it as possible, and it has this nice gradient effect that I really enjoyed. So I decided to make my own glaze, but that's coming up in a little while. I think it's nice with this bright blue color to break up the white, and also it complements the Retributor armor that you're going to use for all the gold trim. So half and half, Zotek green and Lamian medium, and I create kind of a glaze with it, and I put it on like fairly casual, and then let it flow to the bottom in the hope that it would create a gradient as it dries, and that kind of works. It works pretty well. Next, non-oil, and that's to darken down the red a little bit. I'm going to come back and clean it up, but I wanted to break up. It looked a little static, a little flat, so I decided to give it a non-oil. I also use a finer brush to fill in the eye sockets with non-oil to darken it down a bit. Next, Retributor armor. That's my chosen gold for the Tomb Kings. I think it complements the blue really well. It's a nice gold, and It's a fairly good citadel color as well. It's one of the few with a white lid for some reason. I don't know why they have white lids, but they do. And trying to be careful not to hit the blue. Some of the shields have white on them. I decided that Korak's white was the best color, but it's this kind of white, broken up white, it's grayish white. So I thought that came pretty close to the color I could see on the box art. So I'm just being super careful because I did it the wrong way around. I should have done the Korak's white and then the Retribute armor, but I'm not that clever. Screaming Skull for the parchment hanging off the shields. And I lost that footage, but I dulled it down a bit with a brown wash from Vallejo. Finally, cleaning up the spears with a thinned down demon red from 2 thin coats. It flows nicely, and it's just I do the middle part. So when I come close to the hand or the tip of the spear, I don't touch it, and it gives a pretty nice effect. I think it looks okay. And the end product is this. Now this is a minimal effort paint job. You can get a much nicer result if you spend more time on it. That makes sense, right? But you're going to have a lot of these models in your army, like a lot. So I highly recommend that you don't. I like the gradient effect on the shields. Anywho, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, please do leave a like. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. There are more old world stuff coming up. I mainly do Warhammer 40,000, but there's, like this week, there's old world stuff coming up. Anywho, thank you for your time, enjoy your day, and bye.